It's a trickster's world we live in. It is trickster's world today that we live in. This trickster has the dominant force in the world. We have lots of stories and many of the original people's cultures of the trickster. And in many of these stories, one of the common thing is they trick their quarry into an enclosure or into a wigwam, and they trick their quarry by telling them they're going to get what they want after they've already denied the animals what was theirs. They'll go and they'll steal the food before they go to eat. They'll go and hide all the goods, and then they'll tell them, come into our enclosure, come in under our shelter, our wigwam, under the dome of our capital. Come into our enclosure and we'll feed you the things that you are missing. But they were the ones that stole them, destroyed them, poisoned them in the first place. And it's a trickster's world, so no matter what you do, it's just going to feed into the poison. It's just going to destroy your children, the youth, the ones that come after you. Everything you do. Now you wear their clothing. That clothing was made by slaves, made by oppressed people in misery. I hear people talk about they believe in energy and such, and yet they wear these clothings made by slaves and by miserable, just abused, oppressed people and children. And you wear these clothes, you put them on your body. And these clothes are made out of poisonous materials. They poison the environment making them. And it used to be poisoned on Turtle Island everywhere from the fabric industry, especially in New England. And then now it's just over in somebody else's and they exported it. So you don't see the poison, but it's going on. And that's where the slave children are now. When it used to be all our children, our ancestors. And then they would still wear these clothes, even though all that is inside of it. And then the fashion industry is just sexually exploitive and just furthers the goals of the trickster, the dominant country, the dominant forces. And then what? So now, if you don't wear those clothes, you're out of line. You don't dress right, you're in trouble. How are you going to work? How are you going to make that money? And you have to work. See, everything you do has been turned against you and used to further poison you, to further destroy you. It's the trickster's world we live in today. And that's what we have to get out of. Our mind's been tricked and forced into supporting the wrong sides. Every time you try to do, even when you do the right thing, it goes into a toxic system and it comes out putrid. It's as if you collected the finest meats and you went out and found the finest meats and ingredients and you put them into a machine that makes sausage and that is tainted. And no matter what you put in, no matter how pure and clean it is, it comes out tainted. Because the trickster has set up all the systems around us, has us cornered, surrounded. We're all been tricked and beguiled, and that's what's consuming the earth and destroying the world. The mind of the trickster has everyone in its grips, and those that dare to slip free will be ridiculed and ostracized. Those of our ancestors that decided to side with the dominant culture were wrong. And look at the world we live in today. Look at it. It's in shambles. It's dying. It's gasping its last breaths. And our people and our culture is destroyed. And much of it is just reconstituted in the image. It's, like Chinese American food. It ain't Chinese food. So, yeah, it's been pretty damaged. And if we don't get out from under the trickster soon, that's it. It's probably going to be the end of everything. Sadly, it's a trickster's world, and most of us have been duped. Every one of us has been duped at some point along the line, and it's time to stop being fooled, to stop being hypocrites. Time to stop, because time is up. Seventh generation. Does anyone see a seventh generation in front of us? Yeah, kind of questionable, ain't it? If that ain't the time to turn around and fix things. And I don't care when people say, oh, you're looking backwards, you want to go backwards. When you are lost, you go back to where you knew where you were and then figure out what to do from there. That's how you get unlost. It's a trickster's world. Better keep your eyes out. Stop being fooled. And stop blinding yourself intentionally like all those stories our ancestors told. They put those blindfolds on themselves while the trickster wrung their neck. As stories go. Audio Needle Box. Stop being fooled and speak up.